Welcome, dear Thrivers. This is take 2, and this should be working now. All right. All right. I've got some streaming software. It's playing up, and we're just going to do this a simple way. So, I am so excited to share this information with you because it is really, really important. So, I'm just going to make sure that I've got contact here. We might have a little bit of a delay. I just want to make sure that you can hear and see me okay, because I just did a whole session that was freezing up. So let me know. I'm just going to see who I can see. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I've got you guys. All right. This is so exciting, because we've got series 12 of Shifts Happen, which is Divine Sexuality, a Journey of Ascension and Healing, coming up. And this series, it wasn't something that I originally planned to do. It wasn't honestly really a topic that I wanted to go to. However, it came about during a healing session with a wonderful client, and she bravely wanted to target those exact sexual traumas and limiting programs. And as often happens when I'm connecting with people in classes or in healings, my channel opened up during that healing session, and I received a direct message that this needed to be a Shifts Happen series. So after the healing session with her, where we cleared piles of trauma and she had beautiful, incredible instant breakthroughs, I immediately took dictation from my channel about what we'd just done, and I outlined the 4 Shifts Happen sessions, which was going to happen. And then I felt so inspired that I jumped straight on the Shifts Happen private Facebook group, and I was blown away by the incredible response, relief, excitement, and gratitude from the Shifts Happen members for addressing such a crucial part of 5D ascension. And I realized how important it was for 5D ascension. A lot of spiritual teachers will have you think that the more that you ascend, the less sexual you're going to become. And I have at times been totally bought into that as well. But I realized through what I just downloaded and connected to that this actually is not true at all. Because a spirit in a flesh suit, it's so important that we get unity consciousness and we get the union and the integration, which is heaven on earth, really working. So if you're interested in what I'm talking about, please write divine sex, it's the one word, divine sex, in the comments, and I'm going to send you some details of how you too can receive higher frequency healing around your sexual traumas. Now, I understand why in this community this is a really big deal, because this series addresses a topic that for many of us is deeply personal, often wounded, and tied to some of the most painful experiences in our life, which is our sexuality. Now, this is really common, sadly, in the human experience anyway, but if you've experienced narcissistic abuse, you know firsthand the violation, the objectification, the dehumanization that can come with sex with narcissists. And narcissists frequently weaponize sexuality. They turn it into a tool of control, manipulation, and shame. And for many of us, this has left scars, manifesting as feelings of disconnection from our own bodies, from our sexual energy, and from our deep sense of self. Because this is created deep-rooted shame, guilt, and limiting beliefs that tell us our sexuality is something to be terrified of, something that's dangerous, it's something we need to hide, or something we need to be really ashamed of. But here's the truth. Your sexual energy is divine. It's your most potent, creative, life-giving force. It's literally your energetic red center that comes up from your root chakra. And it is directly connected to your spiritual ascension. Through shifts happen, which is our beautiful global 5D ascension shifting group, and specifically through this series on divine sexuality, I'm passionately committed to helping us heal these wounds and reclaim our sacred sexual sovereignty that's been stripped away from us. It's time to take it back. And in these 4 upcoming Shifts Happen sessions, we will reconnect with that deep power that lies within us, power that's been suppressed for far too long. This transformation that you'll experience is profound because healing your sexual energy is directly linked to spiritual growth and ascension. And this is what your shift from 3rd density sexuality to 5th density sexual healing is all about. In 3D sexuality, which is fear, pain, suffering, the experience is often rooted in fear, control, shame, disconnection, people pleasing, trying to win love and approval. And it's influenced also by societal conditioning, of course, traumatic events, our heritage, what has been passed on to us through our genetic programming, and our parents' caretakers' beliefs, limiting beliefs that cause separation between sexual partners, and even separation from our own body and our own true self. And the focus in 3D sexuality is more on physical pleasure and gratification, control, ego desires, and it leaves deep emotional and spiritual needs unmet. Can you relate to that? Is these the experiences that you've had and that you've experienced? I know it certainly has been like that for me. Absolutely. And I know how many clients I've worked with and groups I've worked with that have been suffering from this. In 5D sexuality, however, the focus shifts to sacred union, love, and co-creation. And it's a balance, it's an integrated experience where both the divine feminine and masculine energies are honored. Sexuality becomes a powerful tool for spiritual connection, creation, and healing. Through the shifts, we transition from the limitations of 3D, which has been fear and trauma and disconnection, into the expansive heart-centered energy of 5D, where sexuality is celebrated as a pathway to higher consciousness, intimacy, and unity. And this is absolutely what spiritual tribal law was all about until it got infiltrated and until it got disintegrated and taken down. We got disconnected from that. So, what you'll learn and receive in Series 12, Divine Sexuality, is that this series is designed to align your sexual energy with your spiritual self, unlocking deep healing, empowerment, the balance of your divine feminine and masculine energies within you, which is so really important so that you can be heart, you can be in integrity, you can be authentic, you can have boundaries and protect yourself, and you can be safe and you can be honest. We're going to explore the connection between your sexuality and your 5D ascension, which is going from fear, pain, suffering into freedom, power, joy, and plenty. Diving into 4 powerful sessions. So let's have a look at what these 4 sessions are going to be about. Session 1 is healing sexual trauma and reclaiming sacred sovereignty. So this starts next Sunday. It's really soon. So it's Monday for Australia, it's Sunday for the US and for the UK and Europe. In this first session, we focus on, excuse me, releasing the shame, guilt, and pain associated with sexual trauma. You'll be able to reclaim the truth of who you are beyond the trauma and step into your sexual sovereignty. Healing trauma at this level brings immense liberation because you're going to be able to come out of all of the ick and the yuck to go to a state of purity and know that your sexual expression is supported by all of source and creation as something that's actually divine. Session 2. I love this. Awakening the divine feminine, sexual empowerment and sensual flow. As females, we are completely powerful in the most beautiful, heartfelt, expansive, creative way. So much of that has got shut down, and I'm not blaming men in any shape or form. It's been the programming, and it hasn't done men any favors either. So in the following Sunday, or Monday if you're in Australia, we reconnect with the divine feminine energy. This is so healthy for men as well, to be able to get into heart space, which has been blocked or suppressed by trauma, programming, societal conditioning. And I could go on and on about this. The feminist movement has not done women any favors. It's put us into barriers, it's put us into defenses, and it's shut this part of ourselves down. We can be very feminine, sensual, and powerful and safe. Absolutely. So this session helps you reclaim sexual pleasure, sensuality, and creative power as sources of healing. We're going to tap into your womb wisdom, which is a direct portal channel to creation and source, and your emotional energy, unlocking deep empowerment and creation. Session 3, embodying the divine masculine, sexual integrity, strength, and sacred presence. And this is about authenticity. This is about showing up. And this is also about, as a woman, being able to be in our divine feminine, but also be strong in our divine masculine. And for men, it's about to have integrity and sexual honesty, but also too to be able to connect through the heart and a sacred level. Now, what's really powerful when we go into the sacred masculine healing for women, you understand quantum law, so within, so without, which means whatever template, whatever frequency and programming you are on the inside is exactly what's going to be attracted to you, and what you're attracted to is a match for that program and frequency. So when we do our own divine work with polarity and masculine and feminine on the inside, you will be able to attract divine masculine, recognize it, and also lay boundaries to be able to get people to step up into it if they've got the resources and the desire to do so. Because all relationships take work, and they take integrity, and they take honesty. So the following week, so this is week 3, the focus is on healing those distortions of masculine energy, which have been dominance, control, emotional hiding, and suppression. You'll reconnect with healthy, divine masculine energy, reclaiming sexual integrity, and creating a sense of sacred presence in your sexual expression, and attract it, which is so nice. And then we have such a change from narcissistic relationships. And then we have session 4, which is sacred sexual union, merging the divine feminine and masculine for ecstatic creation. So a week later, in this final session of this series, we explore the sacred union of the divine feminine and masculine within you. This balance unlocks profound creative potential and leads to ecstatic, safe, and expansive sexual experience that transcend the physical and merge into the spiritual, the omega and the feminine, coming together into ecstatic oneness. This is where you experience deep intimacy, personal power, and sharing of creative power, and heightened states of consciousness. So I'm super excited about this. If you're interested in learning more and accessing the shifts happen, and if you want to sign up for these 4 sessions, which is actually less than a cost of a yoga session each week, please write Divine Sex in the comments. Throughout this Shifts Happen series, we're going to be using quantum freedom healing, which a lot of people in this community are aware of because they're using it. And that's what creates the incredible accelerated breakthroughs from the inside out with people in this community, because quantum freedom healing is a profound healing modality. It goes way beyond traditional talk therapy or surface level approaches. And here's why it's so powerful. Quantum freedom healing works on the level of the subconscious. It clears out trauma imprints that were deeply embedded within you. So, in 3D sexuality, the experiences that we've lived and we keep living and attracting and being attracted to, they're rooted in trauma, fear, shame, and disconnection. And therefore, we may go without sexuality altogether, or if we do get involved in it, it can feel transactional, superficial, really unsafe or icky. It's dominated by limiting beliefs and past wounds that block true intimacy, spiritual connection, and the flow of source through all of our chakra systems, through us as us. Many people, of course, carry the weight of sexual trauma because this has been a really messed up topic within their subconscious and can be trapped in painful patterns that feel really hard to break free from, especially if you've experienced narcissistic individuals. Because you're an object, you're objectified. It's even if the sex was apparently great, you were objectified. Through quantum freedom healing, we access these deep imprints of trauma that are stored in your body. And quantum freedom healing works by dislodging and releasing these wounds at the subconscious level, which means they permanently are healed. We heal at the core instead of just trying to put stuff over the top to deal with symptoms. Because how this works is the releasing of the trauma opens space for the 5D, which is your higher self, source light codes to enter, which is the parts of you that are already free of trauma that can never be touched, but we don't access them unless we consciously do a shift to get them and to reload them and remember them. So what this does, it elevates your consciousness and it starts shifting your sexuality into a sacred, expansive experience. In 5D sexuality, both the divine feminine and masculine energies, as above, so below, are honored and balanced, and they unify, which creates a deeper sense of love and spiritual co-creation. That's what heaven on earth really is. This transformation with sexuality becomes a pathway to higher consciousness, healing, and sacred connection. Quantum freedom healing works in real time. So in Shifts Happen, whether you experience the healing shifts live or through the recordings, the shifts are just as powerful. And if you can't attend any of the 4 session lives, you're able to access the recordings, and you do that at a time that works for you. The healing energy of quantum freedom is always happening in the moment of now. That's what happens on the quantum level. There actually is no time-space separation. Everything is happening in the moment of now on a spindle. So whenever you do the healing, you'll experience the full depth of the transformation. The shifts in Shifts Happen are really easy to access, and they're so really easy to do. And a lot of people don't understand this about quantum freedom healing. So I'm just going to say it here. The best part about it is you don't need to remember or relive your trauma to shift it out and have it replaced with your higher self light code. And this is so great for things like sexual trauma. Who wants to go back into those memories and relive that? We don't want to do that. It's a really simple process to shift trauma with quantum freedom healing, because during the healing, we ask your body to reveal dense energy where trauma is stored. And what that dense energy feels like is simply like anxiety, or it's just heaviness, or it's numbness, or it could be physically painful, but there's no story connected to it. And we're actually in theta brainwave in your body feeling those feelings rather than in your head and in the memories. And simply by following my instructions, which involves opening up your body, which just means relaxing, just relaxing. You ignore any thoughts in your head. Your attention is inside of you. Just, really calmly and loosely inside of you. And you're focusing on your breathing in and out. And I ask you to set some really simple intentions, which anybody can do. And in shifts happen, I facilitate the shifting process. I do the shifts for all of us. My body is proxy for the entire healing container. So I load up the trauma, I release it, I replace where it was with higher self light codes. And it's powerful and it's effective, and you're out of the way. The logical mind can't heal you. This is working directly in your subconscious, which is 40 million bits per second, and it's beneath the level of your conscious recognition. That's where it's all going on. And also the beauty of this is because hundreds of people from all over the world are involved and intended in this collective healing container together, the results are amplified, and the healing process is significantly accelerated. A lot of people receive instant shifts. So who you were and who you are two completely different people after a shifts happen session. You'll feel instant relief and lightness and spaciousness inside of you. And what this means is what was once unresolvable and stuck and traumatic feels completely different. So again, when that happens, when you feel that, you are literally changed from the inside out, from who you were being, which your mind, your choices, what's attracted to you, how the entire field relates to you is relating to your being. So your being now has become a new true self at a DNA level, which is a higher, more holistic, healed, spacious, healthy being. And all of this happens in these sessions without any need for you to analyze, right? Analysis paralysis, stinking thinking, research, which just does not give you a shift on the inside, or expensive, painful talk therapy every week where you have to keep unpacking the same stuff every week and you get a little bit of relief, but then it all just keeps coming up again because those traumas never left your body. And you were trying, as we all were, to win you differently. You were trying to put ice cream on top of poop because the poop was never gone. So rather than that, with quantum freedom healing shifts, you simply experience a profound shift in real time with ease and grace. And the process delivers the kind of deep transformative healing traditional levels just can't reach it, because they're operating at your mind, which is not in contact with your deep subconscious. It's like trying to tune into a TV from a radio frequency. They just don't connect. That's why it doesn't work. So this frees you directly from the inside, from the burdens of your past, and unlocks your true potential. So we're going to go through these sessions and when they are. So the first one is healing sexual trauma and reclaiming sacred sovereignty. And that's on Sunday, this Sunday coming up, September the 22nd. And then we have awakening the divine feminine, sexual empowerment and sensual flow is the week after, Sunday, September the 29th. Then the third session, embodying the divine masculine, sexual integrity, strength and sacred presence, is the week after, Sunday, October the 6th. And then all these S's, it's a bit of a tongue tie. And then session 4, we have sacred sexual union, merging the divine feminine and the masculine for ecstatic creation. That's on Sunday, October the 13th. So 4 weeks in a row. Now the times for this, which is important if you can get there, because the energy of live sessions is pretty amazing. Plus you get to hang and chat with a soul tribe from all over the world in real time. And with me. All of these sessions are at Sundays, 2 p.m. PDT, 5 p.m. EDT, 11 p.m. CEST, and AEST, which is Australian time, Monday East Coast, Monday 7 a.m. It's my Mondays 7 a.m. Okay, so to access the shifts happen and sign up for these 4 sessions, I'll send you details. Just please write divine sex with no gap, divine sex in the comments, and I'll get that information to you. Again, if you can't attend live, the replays will be available in your member section, because once you sign up, you get a whole member portal and every event comes up for you within probably 12 hours after we do the session. Now, the awesome thing about that too is you can revisit these sessions anytime. As a member, they're there for you to keep. So you can keep going through them and keep doing the healings on them to really, really heal yourself up on this stuff. And the healings are just as effective in the recordings as if you were there live. All right, so I want to go through with you too what each of the 4 90-minute sessions include, because each session goes for 90 minutes, an hour and a half, and it starts off where I share with you a quantum information talk, and each session begins with an in-depth exploration of the topic. So that's also what my channel provides. A lot of it is channeled. And we cover how sexual trauma, divine feminine and masculine energies, and sacred sexuality impacts your spiritual growth and your ascension. So what's channeling through on this is going to be pretty amazing. And then we get to the real healing power of every Shifts Happen session, which is 6 powerful quantum freedom healing shifts. In every session, we use quantum freedom healing to directly access, load up, and release the trauma, the pain, the fear, and the limiting beliefs. Now, again, you need no memories of where they came from. Your body is the storehouse of all events and emotional knowledge, and we know how to target it and use specific instructions for your body to expose it and release it. And that's exactly what we do. And you don't have to remember anything about who did it or where it came from. But we get it out and we get it done. And we also then download higher self healing and truth into the space where the trauma once existed. So we do 6 specific shifts on that. For those of you who are quantum freedom healing enthusiasts, we do a source healing and resolution on that, which really cleans up the space. And then what we do is set a very powerful quantum freedom healing goal set that we download as well. So we kind of hit it from 2 angles to really get the upshift. Then in the third part of the session, I share with you extra healing tips. This is where I provide additional healing tips to support your ongoing journey. And these insights about what you can continue healing and other different angles that you can come at it, if it resonates with you, is going to help you continue integrating the shifts and also maintain and keep working at your healing outside of the sessions. Then we do a Q&A session, which I love doing in Shifts Happen. We end each session with a live Q&A where you can ask questions about the topic, healing, your personal journey, and we have some fascinating questions that get put to my channel in regard to 5D Ascension, and I just open up and channel through, and I love it, and it helps people a lot. This is your chance to receive personalized guidance and also share your experiences and connect to your soul group. So I also want to talk about added benefits of joining Shifts Happen, because you may not know about this. Shifts Happen as a movement is more than just a series of workshops. It's a global community dedicated to fifth density ascension, healing and growth, which means leaving behind fear, pain and suffering and moving into freedom, expansion and plenty, as well as love and joy. Every week we come together for live quantum freedom healing sessions to release deep-seated traumas, false programming that we've received from the matrix and our parents and society and of course narcissists, so that we can break free from separation consciousness and we can activate our highest potential. And there's no time more than this being more important right here, right now on planet Earth. The group energy, global energy, creates a powerful, loving and supportive healing container. The members are amazing. We also have a private Facebook members group and we've got some people from the private members group that are on this live right now. I love you guys. And you can connect to like-minded people, an ascension tribe, where you can really delve into expansion and planetary awarenesses and 5D consciousness. And also too, meetups are being created where members live. They're getting together in person, because a lot of people have felt really separated and alone after narcissistic abuse, and especially after the last few years where we've all lived through a lot of that. So we're coming back together and I love that. By becoming a member, you automatically receive access to all previous Shifts Happens series and sessions. There's a total of 44 other revolutionary healing sessions where every topic relates deeply to fifth density healing, and all for one small fee. That portal opens up and gives you access automatically. Plus, you're never locked in to Shifts Happen. You have complete control of your membership to discontinue and restart at any time. And the membership is so inexpensive. It is literally less than what I pay for a very inexpensive yoga session every week that I love. And, you know, humbly, this is so much more. This is your entire life. So, in conclusion to this live session today, I am really excited to offer this series, even though absolutely it's going to be daunting, it's going to be confronting, but we're all going to be doing it lovingly together. And this topic is one that humanity and so many of us need dearly. A series granting an opportunity to finally heal sexual trauma, reconnect with your sacred sexual energy, and ascend into your true spiritual power. By balancing your divine feminine and masculine energies, you'll unlock the full potential of your sexual and your spiritual self. And I know you're going to experience greater self-connection, self-love, confidence, magnetic radiance, heightened intuition, absolutely, and a deeper connection with your divine purpose and more energy and inspiration to create it. Together, we're going to reclaim those parts of ourselves that have been taken, abused, suppressed, and buried under trauma, not just by narcissists, but also by false programming agendas. Enough. It's time to rise. And I know this journey is going to liberate us. It's going to empower you and help you step into more fullness of your authentic self. So I'm excited to walk this journey together, and as it truly is a journey for me as well. It really is. And I can't wait to witness the profound shifts that await all of us. So all you need to do to get access to these 4 life-changing sessions on this important topic is write divine sex in the comments. And I want to thank you for spending this time with me today and opening up and sharing in this space with this really delicate subject. And I can't wait to see you in our divine sexual healing sessions, which start next Sunday or Monday if you're in Australia or New Zealand. And as always, I look forward to answering your comments and your questions in the chat. And if you're watching this on Facebook, on YouTube, because I am going to post this after the event, don't write divine sex in the comments. You may have done that already. Just go to the link that's in the description, and that will help you get connected. All right, everybody. I love you guys so much. You're amazing. And I'll catch you soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.